We're doing the washy thing again?
Doing the washing thing.
There we go. See, now it's all nice.
It's cleared the
Ladies
lens.
and gentlemen, Laymen Gaming are back. Will you two shut up?
A lot of people don't know this, but the reason that Sam is a full-time YouTuber is because he put all his money into BitConnect last year, and he was like raking it in because, you know, Bitcoin was obviously like $25,000, and he put everything into it. So he's like, I may as well just quit my job and just become a full-time YouTube star now, right?
Now I've got billions and billions, people.
Well, now obviously the price of Bitcoin has crashed, and Sam is currently living on cat food. So if you guys have any cat food,
premium cat food.
if you guys have any, please send it through. We'll leave a link in the description below.
Patreon for cat food, please.
It is.
Please, will you help? No child should be born to suffer this way. Show her that you care.
One of the other companies that's hoping to cash in on the whole Bitcoin / cryptocurrency craze is Atari. Now, Atari is a little bit before our time, but they were definitely.
Oh, I mean, they were. Okay, fair enough, they were.
Yeah, especially, I'm older than you.
You are older than me. Comment section. How old do you think Ralph and I are? The person that gets it right, we will heart that comment.
We heart every fucking comment.
Every comment, you know why? Because everyone is always right. The people that aren't right, the ones that say bad things about us, we don't heart those comments.
And what we do to those, we pin those comments.
We pin those comments, baby.
Anyway,
we'll also pin the worst comment someone can say about us, okay? It is on. The challenge is on, people.
We always enjoy that. Atari have come out and said they're launching a cryptocurrency, and it's shady as fuck. We're going to bring you all the details right now.
Oh, yeah. So guys, everyone knows that cryptocurrencies very stable. You know, always good to invest in, especially when some company that has nothing to do with cryptocurrencies comes out with something like this. You know it's going to be a good deal, people.
Very, very good deal. Atari obviously started back in the day, back in the 60s, making Pong. It was the first video game company. There was probably other ones, but it was the first proper one that really put gaming on the map.
Yeah.
Meteoric rise, you know, tremendous success that eventually culminated in the video game Crash. The famous story of them having to bury copies of E.T. out in the Nevada desert.
I've never heard of this. What the hell?
They made so many copies of this terrible E.T. game that just never ended up selling that they ended up burying copies of it in the desert. There's a documentary about the excavation of that pile as well.
Oh, and they found it?
Well, it's not found, it's like they knew where it was. It's like, let's just dig it up, I guess, you know?
Guys, this is the Roswell story.
It is.
They dug out and they're like, there's E.T. And then the newspapers were like, it's E.T.
And then Alex Jones is like, and that's they found it, people!
Basically space aliens.
So Atari in the 80s had this crash. In the 90s, it tried to regroup. It became a publisher. It was putting out different games. Some of them were pretty great. Some of them not great. You know, do you remember that Enter the Matrix game?
Oh, they did that?
That was them.
Matrix.
Yeah.
That was a fucking great game.
It was a mix.
Some of the best,
bag.
coolest combat you could do. You kick their leg up, then you punch them, and they like fly away and shit.
Yeah, it was
great.
alright.
I did not know they did that, actually.
They did that. And did a few other things as well. But never really a lot of success, and eventually sort of just floundered. The rights to Atari, its entire portfolio of old school stuff, was bought by a group of investors. And these people were not good people, okay? The first thing that they did when they got hold of these rights was that they basically turned all of the old games like Pong and, you know, like missile defense and all that sort of stuff, and then they turn it into gambling games. Okay, so the Atari, most of their revenue these days comes from gambling. That's their thing, right? So we talk about like EA, you know, the gambling company, whatever. Atari are actually a gambling company.
Konami.
Like Konami.
Like Konami.
But like really sort of plugging or like, you know, tugging at the nostalgia strings while they're trying to do it, because old punters at the casino are like, oh yeah, I remember playing Pong, fucking gamble on that shit.
And then they tried to do the bring back the Atari console
thing.
thing.
That was so bad. Okay, last year they announced we're going to be crowdfunding a new console. It's called the Atari Box. It's made out of real wood, #RealWood. And, you know, it was kind of like, all right, cool, what the fuck is this? Apparently, it's a new console that plays modern and old games. It's going to retail for $250 to $300. And they're asking for us to give them money. They won't release any specs of this machine, but they're like, give us money for it.
So, like, they crowdfunded, and then they didn't end up doing it. My question is, like, did they give all that money back?
No, they never took any money.
Oh, they didn't
actually launch it.
Are you sure? Because I thought they'd be like, hey, guys, thanks for your money. Here's all of it back. And everyone's like, but there's only half of it back.
That's right.
We will now hear suggestions for the disbursement of the $2 million.
Don't you mean $3 million?
Of course. How silly of me.
They basically pulled that a few days before the, you know, crowdfunding campaign was meant to go live. offered no explanation as to why. They just said, we're working out one critical detail. ... That was all
That was
they said.
it.
That was it. Literally it. And then we just haven't heard anything since. No one knows if this is happening. No one knows if this was just a PR scam to be able to, like, you know, get interest in the Atari brand. Because, you know, whatever. So that was that. Then they announced that they were going to be equity funding a Roller Coaster Tycoon on Switch. So imagine you can buy into the creation of Roller Coaster Tycoon, and you get a portion of the upshot on that, right? So if Roller Coaster Tycoon on Switch does really well, you take some of the profits.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that sounds really cool.
That sounds not that bad. If I put $100 down and then I only own like 0.1% of that, and then it's making money, I'm in the clear, baby.
Well,
why not?
Okay, sure. It's very unlikely that this is going to turn a profit,
not.
though.
Of course not.
And secondly, you would have to buy in for $750 or $1,500, and get this, they would give you in return to a little bit of equity a 25% discount on the copy of the game.
Oh my god, that sounds like the best thing ever. If I ever walked into a shop, they're like, big sale on today, guys. Put $750 down for nothing, right? And we'll give you 25% off everything in the store. I'd be like, fucking oath, this is great. Let's do it.
Any company that is willing to say that to its consumers, look them in the eye and do that, is clearly trashed here.
Yeah.
And now, just today, Atari has decided that the next frontier for this old school video game company of yore is to make a new coin, a new currency. It's going to be called Atari Token. And no one really knows what it's going to do yet. It's just going to be a new token that's going to apparently power the blockchain for digital media.
What's that?
It works just like regular money, but it's, fun.
Well, okay, if it's fun.
If any of that makes any sense to you, well done. You'll probably have all your money in BitConnect, and hopefully you haven't lost it all yet.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like, you know, a sense of appreciation. What is it? Pride and
accomplishment.
Pride and accomplishment. But same bullshit.
But it's just a big trend right now that's going on where companies are, not just like video game companies, I'm talking anyone, Kodak, some weird drinks manufacturer,
I think
Long Island Iced
Apple is
Tea.
looking to do it too or something. I heard rumors that they were looking to do it.
Everyone is releasing their own kind of currency right now. And I mean, the basic background to it is that you would buy a unit of this currency, and as that currency became more popular, then that unit would increase in value. It's like buying a share. That's essentially it, right? But everyone is creating new currencies right now. There's no control over it. Most of these countries, there's no value. All these currencies are just fizzling out. They're all just garbage. And everyone's just jumping on this bandwagon. But they also announced, by the way, that they're going to be Atari, not just one currency, two currencies.
Oh my God.
The second currency is called Atari Pong, and guess what it's used for? Gambling. I
thought the first one was going to be for the gambling machines.
No, this one
That's what I was going to say.
The second one is for their whole suite of gambling products, both, you know, mainly for their online stuff. They've got online casinos, which is a big thing for them, by the way. That's how they make a lot of their money. You can use Atari Pong Bitcoin thing to gamble online while you're playing your favorite
That
Pong
gets dangerous
game.
big time, because not only are they're creating the currency for you to gamble with. Like, it's just like, what's the value of that currency? They dictate that currency's value.
No, the market dictates the currency value.
Does it though? Because you're buying those tokens to gamble with.
No, because it's all blockchain. So yeah, it is.
I don't know, man.
It's definitely market.
ET conspiracy. I reckon this is all just freaking
maybe
Illuminati confirmed.
Maybe they'll make this coin and it'll bomb, and then they'll have to like bury the bitcoins in the
Yes.
desert. You know?
They're like, where do we put the ET? We'll just put it next to it.
This is this big empty hole. It's like, who's got the delivery of the bitcoins? You're like, you know it's a virtual currency, right? What the fuck does that mean?
They're like, why are you burying it? It's all virtual. No, we need to bury it anyway. There's nothing to bury, man. It's all virtual. But my question is, like, do you actually think that anything like this will have any sort of effect on, like, do you think it's going to be successful?
Okay, first of all, I could not care less about whether or not it's successful. Okay,
Different question though, people. Ralph's dodging the question.
I'm dodging
here.
the question.
Dodging the
I'm
question.
like a politician. Well,
Yes.
you really have to understand. No, but seriously though, the reason I don't care is because, you know, there's all this bullshit that's going on in, you know, cryptocurrencies. There's all this bullshit going on in gambling. There's all this bullshit going on with, like, plugging now nostalgia, you know, like really mining that for its value. This is one company that's doing all three of those things. And I wanted to make this video today as like a buyer beware kind of awareness campaign, because we're all talking about how EA and Activision and Ubi are pulling all this dodgy shit. This company right here is legit not good. Like, to be able to build a gambling empire on our nostalgia and now to be selling us some dodgy coin, we don't even know what the fuck it is, to be asking for crowdfunding and for $750 for Roller Coaster Tycoon on the Switch and not give you a copy of the game for $750, This is not a good company at all.
Yeah,
and it makes me sad to know that, you know, a company like this would use, you know, our memories and its sort of, you know, its closeness to the history of this medium and cash in on it like this.
The sad thing is, it is smart business. Like, it's smart business.
Yeah,
it's
very smart.
It's unethical, but it is smart. You know, you tap into people's childhoods, and they'll line up. That's why they put, you know, play sets in McDonald's. You know, you have fun there as a kid. You always go back. It's the same shit here, people.
Yeah.
So
I would absolutely file Atari under the same category as Konami.
What did you see, old man?
Kojima.
And EA.
I mean, EA, it's kind of like, I hate what EA are doing to the industry, but like, they just put out a little indie game called Fee at the moment. Like, it's just come out, and I don't know, apparently it's okay, whatever. It's made by a small indie team. They're not going to make any money on it, whatever. A Way Out, that guy, from that guy, you know, fuck the Oscars.
That was so
that
good.
legend.
Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you!
Okay, he's making a game under EA's banner, and I'll give that game a shot because I want that dude to be successful. You can tell he's in video games for the right reasons.
He loves it, and he is the best PR they could ever ask for right now.
Absolutely.
He's a total dude, a total real person, and that's what they need, because, you know, Andrew Wilson has to always, you know, re-oil himself. You know?
So
and
true.
They finally have some person.
One tear, and then like...
Yeah.
Of course not. You're a robot.
You know, but so I think even with EA, I'll still, on case-by-case basis, be willing to give them a shot, right? Even though I'm very skeptical of everything they do. But when it comes to Konami, fuck that company. And when it comes to Atari, I think officially now, fuck Atari. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're in the same category.
Yeah,
so.
definitely Konami's evil and Atari's evil. So people, watch out for those companies. If Atari comes out with another game, don't buy it, because it's probably just some gambling game that they just press A to, like, pull down the lever, and then it's like, that's all you get.
Because that's so different from modern day AAA games.
That's so true, actually. It's the same thing. Instead of they just put like pretty music, and then like you press it and you open it and you get a legendary skin.
Show her that you care.